bored. I'm at Basel Branch Library. I just texted Jaden Gailani and I sent a form to the FBI about David Stover's accusing Dorian started me. Dorian didn't say it started because a mother should never prioritize others' romantic relationships. So when a daughter tries to be confidential with their mother should ever interfere with that and involve like husband cuando ya no come la mamada. Yo soy ese hombre, yo soy ese hombre. Luego dijeron la mujer buena. Y terrorizo a la madre. Para que la provea perseguida. Para que me la mame. Tipo un puerco. I spent the entire time at HEB. If someone bumps into him, like, ese tipo un puerco. There was no bananas that I like, ese tipo un puerco. I bumped my knee with the chair. I'm like, maldita sea fritura chanchullo ese. Que me roba mi dinero, cochino. It's like, fuck. Ew. Decades ago, Arlene es cochifrito chanchullo. For real, maldita sea, el tipo ese que me roba mi dinero tratando de violarme todavía. Ew, that I'm in a library that I don't want to even be. I don't want to even be in. It's Saturday. I could be shopping with Jaden and Kaylani. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I could be at a movie theater with Jaden and Kaylani later or watching a movie. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm tagging the FBI in this post-natal interval. The U.S. Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, money for food. The International Criminal Court, the International Criminal Court system seeking the death penalty for Benjamin Soto's sons that raped me, that steal my money, and get in the way of receiving money. Okay, cheating again. I got breadsticks from my apartment to here and dark chocolate caramels that I have. Yeah, I got a foundation yesterday. The bananas are bad. Grapes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. Y con el chocolate para el macho, no fuerza. Ya se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roba mi dinero. Me roba mis vehículos. Tengo una puerca de Burmese de Facebook en 2020. La tipa es una asquerosidad. Ew. You can decapitate Benjamin Soto's sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. That infiltrate my homes with leeches que se lo maman. You can decapitate Felipe Lorenzo Acevedo, que no sirve para nada. You can decapitate Jadiel Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate María Angelisa Gres Lorenzo. Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Felipe Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Julian Lorenzo Acevedo. That's their orgy, gente. You can decapitate Benjamin Soto's sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They want to promote with live videos of cómo ellos se lo maman entre ellos. Y las leeches. Ew, 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 ew. They're so disgusting. Ew, I have a life that I want to live. I miss Tita, I miss Gailani. You can decapitate Gaminos Carrero steals my money. And steals Tina's and Gailani's child support money. Wow. La que me reemplazan todo. Y no ni mujer. Porque because they're less than, they're like, well. Because I just want to rape early. No se deja. Yo busco a la que me viola y se deja violar. It's what they say. That's why es un cuchifrito chanchullo, no hombre. Only in my head, I never referred to him as cuchifrito chanchullo. My dad, one day, my parents almost like, cuchifrito chanchullo. Then days later, Lalita showed up, and my parents, they're like, we were with your dad, and your dad was laughing. Cuchifrito chanchullo. Like that didn't mean for that to be out in the open. That was my internal thought. So what else am I doing today? I'm sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through Instagram. I need to add on the Wi-Fi to my phone. I'm currently charging my phone. Doesn't show right. And what else? And I have like a ton of food here because I plan to be here until 6. Very doubtful. Alright, I plan to be here until 6. I didn't remember. Yeah, I didn't ask for napkins, I do. What else? I miss Tita, I miss Kailani. What else? Chaos Kolava Katie decades ago. What song did I hear there earlier? That's like como que el único hombre en su vida es su papá. And she doesn't fuck him. These leeches went on to introduce Katie Leon to me decades ago. Una asquerosidad. And she went on to pressure me. She's like, but Arlene, there's so many people that I had orgies with these leeches years ago and a few days ago, and you're not into any of them? What was the song? I can't remember. What else? Because they're like, play a song to her so like you can hear her thoughts. It's like, ew, chanchullo franchi. Cheap chanchullo fritura. It was it's like a heart attack waiting to happen. What is the cuchifrito? Chanchullo. It's like a heart attack waiting to happen. What else? You can decapitate everyone that's caused my starvation for more than 30 years. You can decapitate Benjamin Soros and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get away with your same money. You can decapitate Guillermo Carrero, steal savings, and Kehlani's child support money. What else? So I'm sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through Instagram and email. What else? I need new shoes and socks and outfits. I need a home for myself and can run me. What else? 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 Play music on Pandora. Oh, I could have watched a show. Or now that there's no one around me, I'll watch that video from CBS about parents providing for children. I tried listening in on mute with closed caption. Couldn't concentrate. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate me, how many sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of my receiving. Time to switch accounts. What else? What else? What else? Anyway, in case you're wondering what Ginny Gentilides y Andy Lorenzo plays into all of this, como yo no dejo que ellos me violen, they hire her and many other people, pero ella se quiere identificar como que ella es la main one. Porque una puerca así de puerca, que ella le cobra y ellos le pagan y ellos le cobran y ella le paga por hacerse pasar por mí. La tipa es una puerca, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate Ginny Gentilides Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. In 2025, I think their names are Alex, Oliver, and Jerome. What else? I need to check my inboxes where I received money. Gifted to me through PayPal. You can decapitate Liam Baker that I didn't want to meet. They call him False Hope. He clings on to people and then they're like, dale false hope, dale false hope. Hazla que se enamore de ti. So behind the scenes, whether recent or not, they're like, dale false hope, hazla que se enamore de ti, después todos la violamos. Or see, you hold her back at least a few more years from her finding the true love of her life if she hasn't. So chanchullo, cuchifrito, es una basura. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate Liam Baker. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I took a screenshot. I'm sure. What else? 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 I'll read that later. Where's that video? I need to lower my voice. You can give me money in person if I trust you. Through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs. Go and estoy pensando. Straight to my Harley Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAYAIAY. I am to her shop. I'm still relevant. This is a picture I took of a website yesterday. And I want to say the Embassy Suites. What else? What else? What else? This is great news. You're welcome. Oh, and that also gets people get used to that area too. Though the picture could be deceiving. People call and say, "What do you mean it doesn't get to the pro?" I haven't checked the route yet. But now that LV is coming to that side of town, supposedly, that's a good sign. What else? 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 I'm so bored. Why is this not working? Oh, this Google. Bing. So what was it? CVS parents providing. Also because Ken is a trendsetter. Ken says, well. My mother's dead. She can't provide for her. I'm not to me. El tipo un puerco. Jair supuestamente fue a la cárcel, was questioned for stealing from me, so he never intends to pay me back what he stole from me. He says that he's willing to take the risk of me dying and him getting the death penalty decades ago. El tipo tan bruto is trying to make an example con mi vida. And he has no rights of me. This is so smooth. In the meantime, congratulations, gente. Wow. A Marilyn Lorenzo que se lo ha clavado por 50, casi 40, 40 y pico de años. Wow, gente. Wow. Esa gente se viola y después celebran aniversarios. Son tan puercos y tan puercas. Ew. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Jadiel Lorenzo Chaparro. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Tan un asco, gente. Yeah. Anyways, I'd rather be sad until I find financial stability and I think. What else? What else? What else? What else? So, what else? I need new sneakers. Something. That's a pretty image. So CVS parents providing for children. It's the video that I'm about to watch. Oh, what did I hear? Uh-uh. Oh, that's fine. So 3-minute video. What else? Oh, this video anyways. Like doesn't happen to me. No, it's supposed to be. Video. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And they call it Lorenzo. Then you 2018 notes Marvin was fired out of money and still the money stays in my home with Ken. Wow. It's like Barbie and Ken working on one has blue eyes. OMG, era rubio. It's like Barbie and Ken. It's like Barbie and Ken. Wow. Just wow. You can become but the Vietnamese or the sons of sons and rape music to women in your ceremony. If each other lazy and time wasters. Want to say the best Western? What does it look inside? Just for fun. I also want like $1,300. Just CPS energy. There's no electricity in my apartment. Shit. Oh, él está violando. That's what I said a few days ago. As soon as my electricity got shut off, él está violando the conversation of gas rate. This is why it's so important that with melodies, with matches, they can be turned on. Bla, bla, bla. El tipo dijo, ¿y este fue el que dio un microondas se emocionó tanto que se cagó encima? Oh, I didn't finish watching this video. What else? What else? What else? I need money for food. I need here. Porque no maldita que chiquito, chancho me lo roba todo. What else? What else? What else? I'm wearing leggings and not a very top for it. They're like they look even worse. What else? I would have bought two yesterday. I would have bought two leggings yesterday. However, there was only one available at CVS, so later I'm heading over to Michael's. I have a white t-shirt from Michael's and I gotta wear it. In a size medium that no longer fits. Ugh. So, what is it about Bella Canvas? He murdered a baby. So people are like, he's so sensitive. Please don't ever bring up Bella Canvas. Okay, murder a baby. And it was, what else? 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 El tipo violó a Katie León, la preñó, la hizo abortar un bebé pretending to be me. Decades ago. Y me violó a mí in the same room. And then was like, what do you mean? If I had taken you out of like Hagway Chiquito, you wouldn't have thought about me as your second cousin. Porque when one is, él se mete en mi cabeza too much. El tipo es un bruto. So I'm like, oh, that's my second cousin in relation to like the people that were around me. Like that, there's my grandpa or the families here. So I don't know if he raped me, if I dreamt that, or had other people rape me. El tipo es un puerco. Did he have Edgar's dad rape me? And Edgar was there. And while he was raping me, I was happy that I wasn't thinking about him about as a second cousin. So not a risk taker, people say. Definitely not a risk taker. Definitely boring, cheap, chanchullo, siempre. What was the other? Cuchifrito gives heart attacks. Casi. Look at my son del asma. Mata gente. No sabe tomar decisiones claras, seguras. No es ni mi hijo. Y yo no lo tengo que criar. Eventually, his parents are gonna die before him. Because that's the natural course of life. So if you see this snake, beware. What else? What else? What else? It's like that puppy while you're walking on the street. You're like, "Well, bite me or not?" That's the same concept. Tanchuyo cuchifrito. What else? What else? What else? In the meantime, I vote that people decapitate him. Yo sí hay problemas de eliminar. Porque I could be dead by now. I could be dead right now. You can decapitate me. I mean, so as soon as the sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate someone, Muñoz Morales. So they go around chasing me. They're like, now that you're divorced, the figures that will try to sexually harass you. At least. A marriage that shouldn't even have happened porque ellos me roban mi dinero. Edgar has his own home that he didn't live in. And I have my own home alone. And my own home to live with Jaden Kelani. That I think have already been built. And I don't have the keys to it. And they think that so in the next part of my study, soy un bruto. I just want to see Edgar's dad's reaction to Arlene saying that she's divorced. Is gonna rape her, sexually harass her, at least to the screen. Oh, I even saw him. Este tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. I dropped off Jaden Kelani into my own home that Edgar asked his parents to stay in 2018, 2019. And his dad and his mom were there, and I dropped off the kids. So they knew. They visited in December 2016. And I was working at Nordstrom and I had just gotten off work, so I was late and they were on main event with Jada and Kaylani. So, excuse me, I just burped. So they went on to be natural. I visited main event for like 5 minutes. I was dirty, so I'm gonna do that thing where my electricity bills past this. I don't care. What you think of me? What else? What else? What else? So I got off work at Nordstrom, possibly ate something, or before eating, walked down to main event from my vehicle. Pero I parked at the main event and I walked in there. Casually said hi to everyone from far away. I'm like, hi, hi, hi. So the kids know that I'm cordial. I'm not trying to kill them for abusing me and stealing from me and the kids. So the kids were there playing at main event. I kissed them both. I played one game at an arcade with each one of them, and then I left. This leech isn't a part of my life, so él cuando puede entrometerse, se mete todavía. That's not a healthy way to deal with feelings. Ew, Lo que pasa es que no tiene ningún interés en mí. So, si la gente le dice viólala, mátala, whatever, he's like, yeah, whatever, she's disposable to me. Pero me mueve el culo bien y me hubiese gustado, bla, bla, bla. I don't deal with that shit. El tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate me, I mean, sons that make me the same way and get away with money. If they see themselves as less than, then they're less than. What else? 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 What is an olive oil cake? Let me have that in oil. What else? What else? What else? What else? So once I'm financially stable, I'll still by how many sons and the FBI may be gauging and be like, well, if we give the death penalty to Alex Albert Andrews Suarez, then we'll just notify her immediately. Like, here's your property back. So a lot of people say that this is important. So a lot of the leeches, they're like, well, no le den dinero, déjenla morir, porque ya a través de Alex y de Albert y Andrew, va a recibir, tú sabes cuántas cosas bellas ella tiene, yo me quedo en ella. They're worse than hillbillies, gente, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo, you can decapitate Mariano Lorenzo Acevedo, you can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. Dude, like the main bitch has everything. That's why all of us losers steal it from her. Her two sorority sisters. You can decapitate Benjamin Sons that make me a still I'm bored. Oh, back to this. Charging my phone. I'm heading to Michael's later in new shoes. ASAP. Anyways, I look so congratulations to Richie Caviola. Oh, they get mad, las lichas que se dejan violar. Like, why doesn't she cry? So she can go to jail. I'm a victim here. La lich, otra más. Esa gente dan un asco. Yo no lo invité a la casa de mi madre y de mi padre a que me hablaran de, ay, me clavé a una que va a ser Just Be Styling on Instagram. Oh my God. Y qué familia tan buena. El tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate me, having a sort of insistence that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate, what's her name? Jessica, whatever. What else? What else? What else? If she stays in my homes. I think she was a child back then. If she stays in my homes without my permission, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money. Steals my vehicles, da un asco, gente, da un asco, es una basura. I'm so into this. I'm gonna shop at Nordstrom tomorrow. I will shop at Nordstrom tomorrow. So basically, so I can shop there with the excuse Arlene could kill all of my significant others in self-defense at Nordstrom. Don't give Arlene money. So he basically cut out all the fun for me shopping, living, having my children with me by throwing people decades ago. El tipo es una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want this near me. It's so despair, so disgusting. Ew. Yeah. 4. Yeah. Anyways, I suggest that how many sodas and assistants that rate me, stealing money, getting the way we receive money, similar thing like. What else? What else? What else? I'm decapitating Brittany Akers in self-defense one day. I'm decapitating Berlin Jean in self-defense one day. I'm decapitating Katie Rodriguez in self-defense one day. You can decapitate me how many sons that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I missed it, I missed it, money. Oh, the best was Did I listen to music? Possibly a Central Market. So I can hear the end of the video. What else? 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 I can post on Facebook again on April 3rd. What else? 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 You can decapitate me how many stars not rate me money and get in the way of me receiving money. Currently, my electricity bill is past due. I don't have any money to pay for electricity. I'll apply for jobs to pay for electricity. That is past due to 2 leeches stealing from me. I've never wanted to work anyways, so I'm not gonna be for jobs, guys. I don't go to jail no more. This thing already. Por robarme mi dinero, por causing for Jaden Kelani to be separated from me. Son una asquerosidad, una basura. Una gente tan mal agradecida. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When do I receive money? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go, and lo que estoy pensando straight to my heart, lo que estoy Lorenzo Art. Shop INTAYIAFAY. I'm tired shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, connect to the This is issues. I'm sweating. That's what the people call electricity bills must do. There's no electricity in the apartment. Anyways, you can decapitate me away as soon as the sun's that might be the still I'm gonna get a lower or something. Anyways, el tipo de mascot, el tipo de mascot. I use a tan, I use swimsuits, I want to visit Target, and everything but water. What's up, national again? I want to say the best one or the Thompson. Why are Tony's messages restricted? Hiding user on this channel. Esto tipo una pérdida de tiempo. Estos tipos son una pérdida de tiempo, gente. Tony's message was just retracted. Ew. They spelled out a Hagen 2 decades ago. Gente tan puerca. Yeah. You gonna compensate by him dollars and so stop rape me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Tipo un puerco, una asquerosidad. I don't want that near me ever. Oh, so what again? Was drugged to rape Katie. And they caused an abortion. No happen. Katie, they go to Katie, you're prettier than her, I don't feel bad. So he has a picture of Alexander next to Jaden. Did he torture Jaden and Kaylani like Katie's kids to your daughter, baby? This is your man, you poor thing. If you knew the piece of shit that he is on the outside and the inside, you poor thing. Ew, it's una asquerosidad. How am I supposed to get offended when they're raping someone? I'm not in the Miss Universe contest. Instead, I want babies with you. Are you available for that? And he had babies with me. There was no like, I'm prettier than Katie Riley, so fuck me now. El tipo un puerco, el tipo un puerco, una basura asquerosa. Ew, ew. Oh, él me quiere causar amnesia, siempre se me olvida completamente la basura que es. Porque me pusieron a enseñar for the meses with baby and me. El tipo una basura, no, and because I'm not there with ignorant every single day, every moment for good reason. We may have pictures where he was in chanchullos, tecaterias, procreation rate ring. Possibly. Porque así de asquerosos son. What else? What else? They tried to ruin it for me by creating stress between Igor and I. I'm like, that's not. That's an even transaction. I want kids with you. Do you want to have kids with me? That's it. Anyways, never once I've had to cry though. Oh, he said Katie is prettier than me. If that happened, tipo un puerco, una asquerosidad. I don't want it near me. What else? What else? What else? Katie may be victim that was excited that she was gonna get all my BMWs. Like it was darker, gifting her everything in my presence. He could have profiled her possibly, or she could be a leech. I don't want to be near her. I don't want to kill her in self-defense. Porque él se sentó en la casa, I think, in my parents' home, and it was like, well, Katie, I'm going to give you Arlene's BMWs. There's, it's like I would stab, BMW que le partí. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. El tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his sons that have raped me to steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. It's March 29, 2025. You can decapitate la leech, Katie Long. You can decapitate. You can decapitate a human estará por si you guys make yourself super money and you have a immunity. Look at this leech. Was desperate that we'd have a baby with a guy. If that happened. So he put us in a room together and had him rape Katie as if it was me ready to have a baby. It's like then Katie can have an abortion. Or the baby exists somewhere. Have the baby get home? The baby is going to confidence and want to do anything. That's not my baby. That was kind of true to chiquito. Jodiendo con el pene de una asquerosidad que son. I don't owe anything to that baby if it exists. What else? What else? It's not my kid's sibling. Unless they just like, wow, I'm attached to that baby unhealthily. Wants to do. Some people say, I just want to do the right thing. If I know like my sperm is out there, I want to find it. That's his thing, not mine. If he says that. Oh, but the baby got aborted. So it's like, I don't know what an abortion is. I don't support chancho, cuchi frito, and then getting an abortion. I think he gave me a morning after pill the next day after he raped me. Barry Underwick says you're so poor and so much fun. Barry Underwick? Just log in that person. Anyways, they're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. What else? 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 Someone. I don't dream of that thing where people stay in El Castillo de Disney. So he made it a point de que a ella no dejaran quedarse ahí decades ago. My God, sounds like a cool thing. No compromise one. He doesn't know how to stay away. That makes them rich. If it were me, I would be like, walk, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. You don't want to be near that person. No, I'm not going to complicated. You're going to complicate with him. Sort of systems and we still my money get more. Oh my goodness, that's another pair of leggings. Let's see, has the Walgreens. Remembering pants. Everything single day. Just so if I'm out about all day doing nothing, literally will charge me $5. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate. She's in her Christine station on the way. If someone can please enter her apartment, is the other Jenny from Cap? That's in her closet, doesn't fit her. Say she didn't Antibiotico, maybe significante, maybe significante. Ew. Wow, bellini, che ieri se la mamaron bella green. Wow. Okay. Wow. Y la hija puso está contacto bien haciendo lo que fue por mí. Wow. 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 La pérdida de tiempo con el teléfono. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Answer one. Kailan ka pa? Kailan ka pa? I can make something I don't have. Ganun din na ito. Oh, he had to be a man for it to progress. He said he would have moved out of the hospital for his health. I'm like, I'm not asking for your pity, but I'm not that ready. For real. Él no me debe favores. Oh no, this is me. People live everywhere. Have to run up from it. Oh, I think you're prettier. Oh, has he been in jail the entire time? I just also this is like coaching. He hates me. The reason why he does all that is because he hates me. Yeah. Let me read it. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not trying to get back. She would translate, and people want to kill her for that. Because she's like, Cuchifrito Chanchucho, she is not in love with you. Maybe if you had made amends back then. Ew, did that happen? How did I even get there? All these struggling and waiting for. Ew, then the vodka. You poor thing. Thank you. I love you, George. And it's not great people. No, one from the other. So then he also showed me pictures of himself with Joanna. I don't give a shit. I just wanted them puerca, una asquerosita. Get them away from me, please. That's what I said decades ago. Yeah. So, maybe for the chicken. I don't know him. He is in my heart. I say, no, what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, él quiere que yo publique cuántas veces ha enviado a Chile Chandaliria a solo verlo con dinero. Él me robó to give me an idea of how many times she lets him rape her, pretending to be me. La tipo una persona con you can look over there, it's not a sense of sense, you can decapite la lich, Chandaliria son sus horas. Covered that already on Facebook and writing in 2020. Oh, I thought it was. It's not some. I don't know that. That's that other place. With the waxing. Or do they do laser waxing? What else? What else? I know I was gonna meet her, so I don't want her in my life. What else? What else? What else? What else? You know, that's home. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, I like my modeling there. And there's Old Navy there. And there's Victoria's Secret. And what else? Eso él fue y preñó 20 gente para comprar esto. What else? 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 I'm so bored. I'm so bored. What is this? Is this in Charlotte? What else? You can decapitate me how many soles necesarios that rate me to steal my money. Get in the way of your save money. 0 people are watching. 0 like this post. Maybe something about what lines. What else? 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 Anyways, se puede ir a Switzerland y matarse allí si quieren. My God, make sure that people fund that for him, for Genie Gendali y Lorenzo Suarez. Decades ago. Anyways, although that's capital punishment, that he created the environment where someone that had raped me in my childhood. Like, oh no, don't do that. Some people say that's not even rape in family consensual. That's like what you just described. No, no, don't do that. Like, no, don't take my water is like feel rape because it's your water you put in your mouth. But there's like some proximity of people, like if your kid, which my kids never do that, but if my kid were not to like remove my water from the table, be like, no, don't take it, like, in place this somewhere else. That's less like cumbersome. So if he did that, where he created the environment that pissed him off when he was little, and Nick's dad got in the way of him putting his penis in my ass and had him rape me. I guess I can morir. Porque I've been around Edgar's dad. My idea. Where I can have dinner with him. He's paid for my food. I dropped off my kids at that house in Shirts that I had with Edgar, where both of the grandparents were there. And I'm like, here are the kids. They just ate. And they would be like, oh, we already started cooking for them. I'm like, thank you. They're like, you want to go? No, you won't even come here. You want to leave? I'm like, no. I'm like, you have to go somewhere where you go or get water from my home fridge. But I don't allow him to ever rape me in my presence. Once he got like into the compliment of like the cross the boundary of like sexual harassment. I'm like, don't do that in front of me. And he stopped. So my parents want to show that too. Then when Chanchujo or Cuchifrito is present, I get raped. But in my presence, I get respected. So that's why he creates environments where I get raped. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I'm going to trust. You can give me money in person through PayPal. Through my GoFundMe page. Oh, this doesn't change anything. It's not like, maldita sea, que I had cheated, que no me lo han, yo creo. tu है o esto que pasó me hizo cambiar mi opinión de ti y yo no quería ni que nadie porque tú me dijiste que era más linda que yo. Or he's like, I don't know, she's talking about like this. Or I thought like this so sweet. He's about to rape her. He drugged him. He's like, you're prettier than her. That's what I thought. I didn't take it as an insult to me. He could think that she's prettier than me. I think that's prettier than Anchor. And everyone knows that, but I think Edgar's very handsome too. It's like, wow, I'm gonna be with you right now. What else? What else? Edgar has a nice ass. So I don't need to go around excusing myself to anyone. If he made that Katie being prettier than me, I consider maybe some other people prettier than him. If not, I thought he was being very sweet. That he was being drugged and asked to rape someone. He's like, don't let this hurt you. Like right now, you're prettier than her. What else? 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 Ended up with there's only one way of living. It's doing the right thing. No, Cuchifrito Chancho, yo a ver qué pasa. Yeah, he lacks respect towards me in ways that people say you don't want to find out. Toda la basura que me habla de ti behind the scenes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? In the meantime, congratulations to Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo, Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo, Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo, que lleva mamándose pene por más de 50 años, 40 años already, wow. Wow. Ni una gota de envidia, es una basura. Es una basura. Una asquerosidad, no tiene autoestima. Wow. You can decapitate how many sources of funds that make me a scam money and get away from your savings. You can decapitate Emily Lopez you can decapitate Javier Lorenzo Chaparro, you can decapitate Martin Lorenzo. So I suggest I'm not near kidding alone for long periods of time. Okay, I'm the only children. You guys want some financial stable plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally by your husband. A very experienced with them, with some time to explore. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Congratulations to Division Nanilis que llevan con el año mamando eso. Qué gente tan fuerte. Yeah, ese tipo es una basura, no quiero decir nada de ese tipo, no quiero decir nada. You can decapitate Division Nanilis en sus horas. La leech que se mudó a mi casa, me robó mi dinero, se robó mi vehículo, and gets in the university, and I just want to get raped way before she gets came on his birth. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate knowledge. Déjame usar los sistemas de rape me estuvo en getting the way somebody. They see themselves as less than, they're less than. Why do I want? Oh, I want him to confirm if Kuchifrito Chanchuyo happened. Pero, oh, my favorite film, me fue en Miami. Yo no me llevo ni de shopping, no sé nada. Y me lleva a violarme, tipo, ni como segundo cousins, you know, tipo tampoco. Yes, algo. Bueno, yo creo que no me tengo que tener los problemas de sangre. Yo soy la que debe respirar. No chanchullo, Kuchifrito. May have placed them in the room at nursery. But little Jill, the family of the girl possibly goes around and hopefully she doesn't get killed. That's not even her name. At Nordstrom, you can pick whatever name you want to be called while you work there. How do you want to be called? And they know that prior. So that may not even be the girl that was there. Or maybe it was. But not because I love to dance and people say the historic these MTV watchers know. And they mock it behind the scenes. Or they wish they were there. Some of them. If you put a choreography of 20 people on the stage, there's bound to be two dancers that got hired to dance with each other that don't get along, that have prior history of chanchullete that existía antes de yo nacer. You get chanchullosita, cafre, cuchifrito, in other parts of the world. So what else? 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 So people say, "Wow, did you see those two?" I've heard about them, possibly from someone's personal experience. Look at these two people dancing, and mira like todo lo que dicen de cómo no se llevan y bailando junto. Like everyone was like, all eyes were on like those people. Fulano, fulano, like we're doing great too. But everyone was like, look at these two dancing. So I don't want to go behind the scenes because they know garden at one point. Didn't they own garden at one point? So they possibly se mudan ilegalmente y entonces van a decir, mira qué feliz se te ve con Berenice. Eso yo no sé internalizar mientras estoy bailando con alguien. No necesito a la gente que me enseñe videos. Yo no soy Barbie, Margarita, Chanchullo, Cuchifuco, Café. You can look up the pictures of like this. I want to travel right now. I mean, after I saw this, I always want to travel. I'm shopping Miami right now. Oh, that's Western. That's a good one. Dime, no sé con cámara. De que he's not a man. There's no such thing as where last night a human, pero he has no human capital. Algo que si yo fuera la sangre en el grupo. Even if he's relative to himself, very unlikely. There's still segura que this goes away if he dies. I don't know. So, purchase, but I'm so glad because I did walk in there to buy something and use the restroom. What else? I have the Target. Need extra large t-shirts, new shoes. What else? What else? What else? So, what am I doing here? Oh, Best Western in San Antonio. What does it look like? What else? Champion 1 to 10. Just a different entonces mi sister dice como que ya va por Best Western Chicken y no me peleó por el pene del ni una vez. Estos nenes están overused para casi todo. People say that I didn't know it, how many when he was here. Y yo no le hablo tampoco. Pero people would say decades ago that he started getting funded and using the money after my birth. And he may have already been doing that. So I don't go on saying anything that I can be credited for someone's rehabilitation from being. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, you can look over the random sort of systems. No, make me a stomach and get a low every or something. That one's just orange. I'm gonna put it from. There's one more. You're gonna have to use steal my money, get in the way, save money, and start to like don't take care of it or not to something personal. Or so that way it doesn't take like too long to come home so because I need to wait. Es invitado a for el hilo detrás and subiendo video. Medallion, I go into the port. ¿Qué carajo hacía ahí? Y yo no lo invité. Yeah. First one. Is he dead already? Hopefully. Or away from me. Like, I don't want that leash near me ever. I don't want that leash near me because he stole my money so I couldn't take One is like taking a priority. Priority with the knife. It's like, they're pretty set up. La foto che tiene con Chanchuyo originally. Oh, they do that. People say para que no se quede más nunca para que uno llore y diga, no, pero esto llegó Chanchuyo, cochifrito, queriendo salir y se llevó eso, entonces yo no soy mujer y no para estar en hoteles. I don't know. No, they're really out there. Sí, eso fue muy sucio, que es muy bonito. Ajá, until my photo on you. Yes, I'm and then wipe the toilet and then the day the cups glass cups and town ever. What else do I bring water waters to? All of them happens. I just went over to Target to Jones and other stores and get water. So, okay, so cool. What else? What else? What else? What I mean on children? What else? About hiking. Yes, oil in with mate. Así que ya sabes, son muy paracheros. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, hiking. If I'm going to have to try to pick on it. Some people do other. Some people aren't. For people at a parking lot, like getting parking with very I did that doing here in San Antonio, but there was like mud all over. Had a restaurant, sí, bueno, Jaden came on, Jaden had a let's say, something pizza, sí, bueno, after, so we before ate pizza. And I told him like I can't find a word, so well, like seriously, I just got a word. I haven't eaten it. It's just, you've heard my people. I want to eat the Indian food there. That's pretty for a chanchullo. Very cute for a chanchullo. Very cute for a chanchullo. Let's keep fish. What else? What else? What else? Uf, con todo eso chanchullo que vean y Lorenzo tuvo gente. Wow, están muchos allá solo te lo son como animales. Hay como 4 o 5 mujeres a veces te dice y 25 chanchullos porque él tiene más hijos de lo que me gustaron. Una asquerosidad, gente, da un asco. Ew. You can decapitate my sons. Sons. That rake me this down my money and get in the way of your ceremony. What else? Lord, adolescentes desenvolvendo essa problemática contemporânea, 50 anos, anos de what else? You can get the money to the people. Let's say this guy designs going to the secret sign the straight to my hair and the super shuffling into you and I hate it. I'm sorry for the thank you. I'm going to just be my brother with a partner. What else? I have a funny thing is both when you don't own slash so it's called funny dumpling slash Eileen so much as you know there's a word. Right, so anyway, there's no one thing like available at the best Western, so that must be it. That's how my siblings react. That's how these leeches react. Do people say, have you checked their browser history? Every 5 minutes they're like, oh, is there a room available here? Él estará allí con alguien. Entonces that's why they opposed. They could get more hotels in San Antonio decades ago. Porque they don't have, we can see cuánto está disponible, you don't know. En el Best Western Seattle está lleno. Pero tengo que llamar a Intercontinental a ver si les piensas. A ver si hay cuarto disponible. Y no sabemos si Albert está lleno y Albert está en los míos. Pero entonces yo estoy chequeando para la semana que viene el aniversario de él con Ginger Daddy y Unicorn para Ginger Daddy le abre el culo. Y yo digo, mira, no está el Best Western, no hay convención de nada, y todos los cuartos están disponibles en Best Western. En el aniversario de él con Ginger Daddy, también con Marvin, pero Ginger Daddy va a tener de I'm not attached to any of them that way. I don't consider them contenders in anything. They're like very distant from each other. So like maybe once in my lifetime. That was it. You can decapitate my beach. You didn't necessarily. Que me quiero ver una de los besos que me dicen para que cuando me calme y decapitate me dicen this is trash too. Oh, so they did that so that Zaylee had an abortion. Did you know they had an abortion this year? Ese yo me senté aquí y le veo la cara de Harley. Isn't that like a funny thing que se sienta en la parte de la otra? And then I go around and say, why do you have an abortion in this one? And people say, from you? Yeah, most definitely I will have an abortion. And the profile them and exhaust them to death. This is one of us. That's so honest. What else? No, come on, I don't want to fight them. I imagine they're successful lawyers. Successful bankers. Yes, successful surfers, successful cooks, successful chefs, successful architects, Successful fashion designers. I got on the most successful family. What else? What else? What else? I don't ever want that leech near me, fool. Keep that away from me always. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Él no se quiere y me quiere joder a mí la vida. Fool. Anyways, prepares this at each since there's a lot of cheeses on it. Thank you so much. What else would I put in? The Caesar salad cheese. So this is the same quantity of lettuce. I shouldn't even try to mix this. And cheese. There's just a lot of cheese. I know it's just this way. Oh, you have cheese. Usually una vez por comer junto con la de la he already, and he already had his comb outfit ready. Tengo como solamente reverse cowgirl style, okay, le open some of me. Decades ago. Yeah, hello, very honky tonk. Hello, hello. Oh, very honky tonk now. At least one of them is. And that's what happened to me when I get to toy. You go in there with there. And then you come in there. Honey. Don't want that review. What else is fun? I like in my house. This is perfect news. New focus. Wow. Nanti kalau yang ngejutan ini hanya now I have things trying to learn. Baby part project because we got with me. Ew. What? Over here. Once I'm financially stable, I'm going to travel the planet and meet your models. Okay. Oh, my type. Unknown. What else? Oh, they call the FBI though, so the same ones don't get killed on it when people there, or if the FBI. I've never seen your statement, even if they fucked them. Renee, I'm gonna be invited to the night event. I did not say I'm like, putting the carreta por el pelo, jamás. Esta la foto, te veo un cuchillo por aquí. Esta otra también. Hay at least como 5. Nessa to her list a few days later. No vendí nada esa noche. Well, you know that biscuit factory. I said, someone like me, but I'm really so they come for me and this is midterm plan there. Okay, like, no, I write the interfere. People want to tell me this sometimes, so there's a look of like, no, 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 ito no. Ya, mira, mira acá. Y ya está, ya está, ya está, ya está. No, esto lo maté yo. Are you okay? Have some water. And the police is there, and then one doesn't even need to speak, and her full babysitter is there. Las tiene vosotros oh, pues estoy ayer. Estaba quedando en mi casa con mi marido, robándome mi dinero y con mi auto, mi olla y todo. No tengo nada de dinero. Tengo medicina, spend it out for one. I've heard. And one stays wondering, they cancel out because the person that the Interpol kills, you think has nothing to do with the scenario, and that leech was also staying in one's home without permission, but it was that leech that was there that one didn't know. And they do that, I've been explained, so that one doesn't go, okay, I need to find the other ones to kill them. It's like, oh, it ended with a stranger being dead. So I possibly very close to stranger. What else are those? What else are those? Anyways, my papers are very the entire half of the entire half of you. Porque hambriento eres y no te paga y te apagaste tanto de mi dinero. Yeah, you can the conversation with worms. What else? What else? Eran las costumbre de Gabriela también. I had fallen in love with met these teachers before. I kind of help call so no one visit. Oh my god, I think it was too young. But they're here to help. It could have been people who would say whatever, I'm just gonna show up there to me. But I am like, she's really overwhelmed killing people there. I missed you. So I wanna email also las leeches son super people saying, um, so behind the scenes, they wanna show me. We were watching first and not I was for so just to be interested to kill you all there. We ran together. What they tried to do, trying to kill each other still. Over who is last one standing. That gets a true bloody ring from him. For the incompatible sum up. People say the incompatible sum up. Mientras yo observo, oh, that's what the thing said. La incompatible se matan. Mientras yo no observo. Oh, la Melanie is she doesn't have kids. I'm like, oh, let's be somewhere else, but where is it? For real. For real. Ellas se matan. Y yo lo observo. They all want to be standing. One son standing para que él de verdad le dé un true proposal. I heard one of them once say to me, and they're like, well, si como vas. I was like, well, que te conoce la boca. Antes de besarme. And they're like, haz lo que sea. Ew. It's like I'm raped. Baila incompatible, que hace literalmente lo que sea por mamarme los hijos. When people force themselves to have continuity with people that they were left unsupervised around by their parents, they get a little disgusting. So that their partner is their because they're hilarious behind the scenes. Oh, that's their heart, because son unas cuerditas también, como las leches de sal. Or se la pasa todo el tiempo, like, bless their hearts, las leches. Y no saben nada de la vida. Lord. I don't want to head over to Ingram, though that's If it's like a 20-minute bus ride, and there's no one. Let's change. There's a one. I think no fucking way. What else? What else? You can decapitate my home and make me money. He just doesn't want to be taken. No. I'm missing. I'm missing. Oh, it's obvious. Anyways, I want to ride to the Thompson con los zapatos que me apestan. Aprendieron a quedar parados dormir. And he goes around with las patas todas juntas y se para she I don't know. If people move forward, he uses my starvation. So, train la lista cuando lo va a poner. Lo llaman. A que por lo menos no hable de genuinamente de él. Yo vivo así. Eso hubiese sido el diablo tener un hijo con ese nombre. Él me iba a decir, no, no le dije que se quede en hotel porque yo quiero ser mejor que él. Por real, Carlito. Alexander the Great baby. Victoria. All these. We see. Manipulative girls who not worth my time. So they would have had the right babies right for me. And then be like, your right babies, we're gonna give you money. Look at everything that they raised for you, pobretona. Que no tiene ahora ni madre. I will call them right babies again. So we're keeping the money again. And then usan porque usan para robar y tell one que lo roban a una. So they weren't planning on using the kids. Para que entonces yo le what is it? De terror. Ay, qué sentido. They're that pathetic still. Ahora la chancho, yo chiquito. What else? What else? What else? I can't just tell you permanent. And you keep going. I really for your missing. Molly, so people, so good. Get $4. It's 6. What else? What else? What else? I suggested to someone that just sell your artwork, but look at them, and you have some money. And she killed herself. She got cancer on purpose. She said, I have no more energy. I'm not sending them my artwork or whatever they offer me. Like it's some money. Like, okay, she already had cancer, didn't she? It's like if you already have cancer, you should just accept some money and keep it with your goals. That was it. Work that you had some conviction, we doesn't really. They can't. They couldn't. They can't just kill someone of starvation con la cosa de que someone es cuando la gente con un currículum. It's like they needed to go through the proper channels. Before he was abusive and like resistance. What else was there? Yes, that person. You can you're gonna have to come and do for her who's trying to right now. This is really good. You're gonna come to him and you will learn some of the family techniques. That if I had kids, that she would steal my money. The silliness of it nice. He mocks me. Decirle me baila desnudando como se me va a caer la cabeza de tanto hacer ese tipo de or oh me dice que se desnudo con mi consejo y no lo sé. Regret, no pain. Scary. El tipo con persona basura. Really get the capital and services systems that make me this my money and you get the capital make up a system. Essentially, if I have babies, because I'm trying to do everything right. Yeah, she Oh, I suffer like a single Latina mother that has no money. I don't even know the relatives. They're hateful. They're hateful. So, anyway, don't move my hand just so then yes. Mm. They want to know if was she in the birth too. That's like very unlikely because chicken babies have neurological damage. No, esa casa más linda me quedo. What they have is that they don't practice gratitude. They're ungrateful leeches and them have one for them. Agua que yo me le da un poquito. Para ver cómo es así. ¿Cuándo hay venido? Entonces, sending my girlfriend because I need to be called. So I had to get on. What is it? 7 tourism to get on and then flying 5 to get to. Yeah, somebody goes. You can decapitate them using some systems that are yes, different. Oh, that was the best of those. This is something visiting Cambodian temples. National Bank National Council. And what I'm talking about. Mashed potatoes and it's possibly the flavors are like what else? I wanted to eat maybe spring and I want to eat I put waters on the shop that was like there's always a little kind of stuff. What else? What else? What else? What else? I already figure out. I work under school, but this is a visa y lo Yaritza de Ovalle, Mayri. Hoy se las ponen en Puerto Rico ya. desde hace tiempo y yo no veo eso, no estoy pendiente. And they raise the hungry over con el tiki tiki tiki, será bien después, será bien después, será bien después. So they can rely on this God, and I'm going to right here. You may have to against no, I'm going to put it on someone. No, no, then like, like, what is it that she has on? Oh my god, doctor, as if she looks like. Seriously, what a gift. I feel like I need to buy the entire company with just one pair of earrings with that necklace. It makes me want to cry. It pains me that she could be poor. Hopefully not. With how beautiful that black dress is. It's so well done. So they go on behind the scenes. They're doing holla, mente, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to this house worth. How much her worth? But didn't you just hear me? I love the piece. And I love the black jersey, the gunmetal. It's so mean. What else? 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 No, it doesn't signify anything that we should do with it. So, no, like I had already been shown that black jersey. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I don't go on behind the scenes for them to be like, well, the research suggested your body is really survive that it killed you. Even though you can kill the research of defense, they come up like the top shot. Well, so I've been what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What is this? That's pretty too. What else? What else? What else? And I like the bracelet too. I like that one. Oh, those are pretty too. Anyways, anyways, what else? What else? What did they do in the Latina story behind the scenes? I'm like, oh no, I just saw this and I can't wear it in front of people because then they'll know that I'm already married to Miss Kendra Scott. Por si no, a mí me conecto, puedo pensar que somos ahora tan valiosos. And some people are it's like that kind of figure like this is 11. And that's my conclusion. I've seen what hundreds of people are doing soon. I'm fine with it. Okay. What else? Oh, and people laugh this like every time you say that out loud. Their sibling who's already introduced. He keeps doing it. Saying hi to people as he is my sibling, which he isn't, and extorting the money still. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate by how many citizens that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of your statement. What else? What else? So, like, oh my god. I need to find another CVS movies. Get more leggings. Animes yüzünde kahvece ayarlanmış. Beğenmeyi sonrasında sonsuza bekliyoruz. Yalanını yapıyorsun. Aslında daha بس There's no music to ignore. There was one I walk past the baby lost the fight. Oh, I want to see the one my smart is because of the publication. So people say, me imagino tendrá panadería de Hawái. I was like, this is the reason that there are panadería. Bueno, tendrá la panadería. Él entra a la panadería de Hawái buscando un quesito and getting un tornillo que no le gusta. Pero cuando yo panadería buscando un tornillo, tornillo. Pero nunca hemos visto bien, chavo, buscando un tornillo. Not to be in the mood for it. What else? What else? What else? What else? That is not my favorite. Oregano. What else? This is enchilada. Jesus Christ, oh, for real. Ese tipo se nos queda tiempo, ese tipo se nos queda de tiempo. Me imagino. What is 98% kid in the mood if she wants to be me so badly? So two people too are possibly here. I know this. He's the only money to come here. And then we will not be okay. También podrá saber. También te queremos. Y esa reflexión no te resolverá. Es la emergency. You gotta try phase on it. Just to hear this thing there's as people say. They got it. And it's so my goodness. I don't know. I wasn't considering coming up with them, but I could attend. You can decapitate that beach. They have these other assistants that rate me civil money and getting away with civil money and so you're not going to attend the first Olympics. PCOS, rolling my eyes at Navija Gomez, Sunset Stanley, Dione Laguana. We all have piece of shit. I mean PCOS. Do we have a baby or not? You're trying to kill us now. Or kill me before I have a baby, please. Had to go and perform. I miss it. I know what that is. I'm gonna have sex with twice. Super great. That's it. One case of there is menopause and gone through it. Él le dan premio y todo. Pero por favor, no me que tiene. Varios menopause she has. A mí que yo le doy menopause no gana ver que se va. Y ve y termina no, like does it get me off? It's like really she exiled herself from her family party as soon as she turned like 20. Matando, like literally, para no matar. What else? What else? Sound cute for that leash. That's good. What else? Oh, él le robó dinero el tipo de mascota. And he hires las nichas as interior designers para que diseñen todo custom con arte que me roba del internet posiblemente o arte que me robó de que se va. Bill's Homes and es like trépate tú en search porque él no está disponible. In the meantime, that was a venture that he and I had together as children, where he and I sold the artwork. He has all the artwork and all the money, unfortunately. And I have none of the money. What else? What else? So what they do is, anyways, they have the artwork and the dollars or other currency. And they steal it y se dan la impresión de que they would have sex with me every day, gente. So están robándome mi dinero. Con las liches. creando custom homes, custom vehicles para él y violarla. Porque hay gente que como yo no me dejo violar, ellas sí se dejan violar y los violan. You can decapitate a believer. You can decapitate Mario. You can decapitate Janice Vega. You can decapitate Tom. You can decapitate Salinas. Charles. You can decapitate déjame saber si somewhere in peace, Rose. And I think she's going to achieve financial stability. I don't know what the court wants to know. Okay. I'm gonna take a nap now. This is such a cute couch. Enjoy it. What else? What else? What else? What else? My hair straightened. All these are what else? What else? What else? What else? What? This is I'm serious. You can decapitate the if he stays in, if he gets in the conspiracy, if he steals my money from me, if he stays in my homes without my permission, if he steals my vehicles, they may have been profiled decades ago to rape me. For him to try to run this self-esteem. I forget, and dice como puedo hacer, like literally they're es una operación, un motor pérdida de repente muere en mi brazo. Then I'll go to jail. You can decapitate him is what I'm gonna another side to the wall with the mom. The cookware. Oh my god. This better make a little bit more street lighting on her. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This is so cute. Dedicating su cuarto matrimonial and keeping that to myself. My prima went de que she moved down. There was not a or someone in the family had to work. One cosa que hace el libro de los to Marilyn Lorenzo. That's what I said. Anyways, sometimes anyways, so I moved into a two-bedroom and two-bathroom. I just didn't and was on the way to the three-bedroom. And some people decades ago would call when even like siblings of the same living together, but there's nothing there. Except you know the other parent, it's like she misses her space. Like I'm on your bed. What else? Let me just use this. This is cute. Yeah, do what I want. This is cute. That's cute. Yeah, I was really bad at it. Like, why am I trying this? Colors as a young program from another veins. There's an olive oil shopping for what I've seen this whole corn. That's so weird. Like design and that's cool, but yeah. You can account for playing with audience. So that's oh, he's not examples of my actual so and before we have it's relatable. And I want to create a bit let his dad bought him. He has a keyboard in his bedroom. What else? What else? What else? Oh, those are his kids. Possibly, porque el tipo tan puerco que se hace pasar por mí. Yeah. What else? 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 Oh, America completo. Please spare me the bloody memories. When that is done, we can come to the lives. It is inspiring to live and people like you. And then onto this Power shop. What else? What else? Can't really open it. And I'm going to go to that face right